Alright, we're going to be taking a look at Awaken the Giant today. And this one is definitely on the tough side. It is one that I think, just when I did it at least, it gets easier toward the end, but early on it's pretty tough, and you will be most likely, outside of some very good high rolls, you're going to be leaking a lot of hits early on. So as far as these dimensional challenges go, it does have one of the higher Covenant ranks at 8. So a lot of the stuff that normally is in like a Covenant 10 run, you'll have in this one as well. It's too bad none of these go Covenant 10 though. I do wish that some of them were like, at least one of them would have been nice to like fight the Titans on, but that's a tangent. So basically the idea with this one is you start with double health, but it's going to be unhealed. So basically every unit functions very similar to a hollow. In fact, every unit basically functions like the Steel Singer hollow when you factor in the second mutator here, which is that they'll always permanently gain 1 attack every time they're healed. Now, you already, with your starter cards, have 5 heals in your start, so you can scale pretty strong, but guess what? The enemies have double health, and you'd think it'd be more relevant later on, and maybe you could argue it is, but I find it's just actually harder to deal with early on, which is kind of wild, but that's just kind of how it turns out. Your units will get strong enough by the end to pretty much deal with most things, combined with spells, of course, because there is some Luna stuff going on there as well. So the idea is try to be as greedy as you can, but obviously, not enough to die. And you can also get an extra heal with the Wind Spirit. Don't forget to use that as well. And you can just spam it right at the start of most fights unless you really want to min-max it. I think that's okay, because again, you're starting without full health, so you're still getting a pretty good heal out of it, and it just makes it easier to remember. So we'll give it a shot here. One thing that does make this hard, though, is this clan combo is not necessarily a good combo, and Sentient is not a great unit at killing things. That being said, it's a great candidate for Explosive Sentient, if you can find it. Oh, we get a really good unit here with Thorned Hollow as well. Thorned Hollow is definitely pretty good. I will say, and we got Moon Pixie, so I'd say these are pretty good starters. The one problem with, I suppose the one problem with Thorned Hollow is it incentivizes me not to go with Explosive Sentient to some degree, since I would be wanting to spend my heals on Thorned Hollow. So that's something to think about. If you don't go with Explosive Sentient, the other paths are still somewhat useful. I think the Spikes is less useful, especially with already having a Thorn Hollow, so we would just go Cultivate if we see it. But the thing I really like about having Moon Pixie already here is that I know I can get some good spell damage, which is something that's going to help with Wave Clear. And we're just taking Cultivating to have extra draw. It's just a draw upgrade, essentially. Jackstrips is probably fine here. It's also just maybe not that relevant when the enemies have double health, but it's still probably okay. There's not like that many good consumables, so I don't think Trader's Quill will get much paid right here. So not a great artifact, but it's okay. Alright, so that's fine for the trial. I think, let's see, Forsaken Few, this is going to be definitely one of the easier ones. I think we go bottom with Thorn Hollow. You can go top to get more spikes, but keeping in mind the boss that we have, maybe we don't want to do that. We also could min-max, though, more stats if we go top, so I think I will go top. We want to scale Thorn Hollow's attack, even if it's not necessarily making a whole lot of sense to do that. I'm going to go Sentient mid, that way we get an extra turn of draw. I could have also just put Sentient behind Thorned Hollow, but I think I want to lock in killing the boss by putting a dude back there. Alright. I could also do this. We're going to do this right off the bat. Could do this. Yeah, we could probably just go double Moon Pixie here, just the same as a steward. And I do want to get as many heals here as I can. Probably want to do this over playing that. You see how ridiculous these early rings are, though. Like the extra 100 health is just quite hard to deal with. I also drew all these witch weaves. Like, we'd rather draw the witch weaves here, and I'd be willing to use them on the enemy here, but it's fine. You can see why the Jackstrips is a bit redundant with Thorned Hollow here. So that kills. We should do that. I don't want to take pyre damage when I can, because we're going to be leaking very potentially in a lot of these other fights, and I just need as much of this as I can. I can take a Vengeful Shard here and there, but anything beyond that, probably not. The bosses having double health is like really hard, really tough as well. And we want as many of these regen procs to go off as possible, so I won't play that enhancer. Unfortunately, we didn't get them all, but it's okay. So we've got... Oops. I hate that bug. It's like I try to check my deck and it just accepts everything. So we got... 43 attack already on the Thorn Hollow. It's not bad. Okay. It's not sharpened for Calcified Ember, I know that. I suppose I wouldn't mind the Wildwood Sap. Maybe the detonation in some cases is better, though. Especially with the Moon Pixie. I think the detonation actually is better here. Celestial Storm. We're definitely going to want to lock in that. So we go either way here. If I get like Holdover, or at least Permafrost, Celestial Storm, then I can be somewhat confident in like double Moon Pixie Thorn Hollow being a good enough floor and not really needing any other units. If I go to the Merchant of Steel, we're just looking for Dualism and Titanite, really. And the Titanite's just for surviving Relentless, and the Dualism is for killing units. And I honestly don't even know if the Dualism goes on Thorn Hollow. It might go on the Moon Pixie. I don't know. But then we might run... I will say the last time I did this, I was not using a Thorn Hollow. I was just using like an Awoken... I was using an Awoken Hollow along with a Animus of Will. And I was kind of just... I had started with Glimmer, and I had more AoE heals, so it's like this challenge, you kind of have to adapt to what you're given, but I will say if we get this Awoken Banner and it's a backliner, then we run into a bit of a dilemma with trying to figure out how to scale things, because we probably want to scale like a Sweeper or a Animus of Will with our heals more so than we do our Thorn Hollow. That's where something like the Wildwood Sap would have been better. But yeah, I think we're going left. Because if I go to the right, I don't know. I don't have, other than just Maybe permafrost, holdover, cost reduction on Celestial Storm. That's all I have that I want. And hopefully there's some enticing magics later on. It doesn't necessarily look like there are, but I don't know. I will say this. If I really want to make use of this Empyrean Wall, I may have to go magic right now. Because there's no good like, this magic would probably be better to hit than this magic. This doesn't look too good to me. Like, I'm not even getting to refill Pyre health. It's a Lunic banner, which could not... I don't know. It might not be that good. I feel like in this combo, I'm not looking for Luna banners. I'm looking for Awakens. And even in that degree, it's maybe bad that we go to the right here. I could also argue that the trinkets aren't that good for both these clans. Some of them are great, of course, but the overall spread is not great. So we could maybe still hit this magic if we want to hit this steel. Because if I hit this steel, it means I don't have to reach for this steel, right? Because I actually do want to hit this Merchant of Arms. We're very likely to leak in the next fight. And I just refill the Pyre would be nice too, but there's a lot of good Merchant of Arms that we could get, you know. The Moonlit Blade, the Old Growth, even the room that heals. I also had that room, you know, the Awaken room that heals you every turn on resolve. That helps a lot for scaling, and it's just good for this challenge to some degree. But there's other stuff too, you know, a lot of rooms and equipment that could be good for this challenge. So yeah, I don't know, maybe we can plan on just going left, right here, and then we usually want to go left here. I mean, I will say this Merchant Magic is not horrible. It has a Vortex and it has an Armory. I mean, you know, at this point, the Merchant of Arms might not be as good. It just depends on what we find here. To a lesser degree here. Woken Banner that late will almost certainly not be good. But the Empyrean Well... Yeah, I don't know that we go left here. I mean, if I don't have a good dupe, which if I go left here, I can't. I probably won't have a good dupe. But if I go right now, it's not even guaranteed that I have a good dupe because the Celestial Storm, really the only good dupe is to, like, get it permafrosted and then one cost it. Which I don't even necessarily have the gold to do if I reroll. I think I do, but it would be like all my gold. I think we go left, though. I think when there's enough doubt, you go the steel side ring, too. Alright, large stone is... I don't know. Maybe if there's a Woken Animus of Will here, I could do that. Let's see. There is an Animus of Will. Well, I think you want it. It's a much better user of the Grow Up Big and Strong modifier here. Question is Shattered Shell better? I find in Monster Train 2 that Animus of Will is generally better. But I don't know. Just much better into the bosses, which are going to be a problem. I mean, I will say we got one problem right now, where if I do take this large stone, which, I mean, we're fighting... Sorry, I didn't even look at the bosses. So we got the Fleshling, yeah. Oh, man, yeah. With all three of these bosses, if we take either Animus or Shell, we want to have a large stone, for sure. Problem is, if I take the large stone, then I can't reroll for something better. And I can't fit it on the floor with my Thorn Hollow, but that's potentially fine. I can actually just not care about Thorn Hollow. I think if I have either of these cards, they're just going to be better than Thorn Hollow. I'm just trying to think, though, like, I got the Jack Strips. If I'm setting up top with probably just Sentient and Animus of Will, then... then these kill a lot of the backliners, so I really don't need the Sweeper. Plus, I don't want the Sweeper because I won't get Slays. Yeah, so it's pretty clear. So large stone here. Not really any point in re-rolling here. We could, though, just give health to one of these. I mean, I'll still put this down, like, behind a Thorn Hollow. At the end of the day, I still can just put the Thorn Hollow down and protect these and then soften stuff up with spells here and there. This is actually good because then I keep Thorn's Hollow. Past the initial turn, I'll Wind Spirit most time. But past that, I'll let Thorn Hollow lose its health, and then I can just use Restoration Detonation to get some damage. So this is fine. This is what I mean, though. You gotta adapt to what's given you. We had a plan with the Thorn Hollow. We could have maybe stuck with it, but I see a better line here that I think matches more what you want to do on this challenge. So with Martial Supplements, we might as well put this at the bottom. We'll have to get rid of one of these. And yeah, I think we just want to heal right off the bat. It doesn't really matter where I put the things, so let's just put this here for now so I can get that damage. And I'm willing to sacrifice 1 Pyre HP, especially when I know I'm getting some refill coming up in order to get an extra set of scaling there. Okay. How important is it for me to get this Moon Pixie down? Yeah, I think we do. Because this is the only way I can kill this unless I just spend my whole turn playing that. I do want to get this thing in there. Don't want to make myself too powerful, but because I do want to get as many turns in Relentless to proc all these regens. But, you know, we'll see. It is a really beefy boss, and he'll have damage shield up here. Alright, they're dead, so let's keep this going. I definitely need to get rid of I need to get rid of 1 Shield Steward and 1 Spear Steward probably pretty quick if I have leftover money. $412, I'll have damage shield here. 31, my 400 health. I actually think we're fine to not do the detonation down below then. We'll just get as many things here as we can. Do I do this? I mean, this is 35 by 3. It's like 105 damage. Yeah, we're fine. I don't think we do that then. I gotta say, this is already going better than the other time I did it. Like, because I'm pretty sure I started with, like, something pretty useless. I can't exactly remember. I could play this right now. I'm only giving up 2 heals. I think that's okay. Alright. So we got some decent scaling there. Okay. Either Glimmer or Sap is decent here. My initial thought is to lean towards Sap. I will also say Pip upgrade, at least 1, is not that out of the question if you start to get like things like Glimmer. I think I might have done double Pip on the run I did because I just had a really wide floor that I kept scaling. And eventually, by the way, it's like, you know, the thing is like this. I didn't outline this part of the strategy as well. It's like once you do get your units up to a good attack, you want to dupe them, obviously. So it's just this Empyrean Wall is like kind of in the awkward stage where I'm like, is it too early for me to dupe one of my units at this point? Because it's the same problem with Steel Singer, right? It's like If you dupe it too early, now you're splitting your scaling between two units, where you would have been better off just scaling the one unit, focusing on the scaling on that, and then duping it much later. So I think we reserve the final two dupes here for units, but this dupe is like questionable at the moment. We don't know what that dupe will go toward. But all that being said, you could, I guess what I'm saying is you could dupe earlier if you have enough things like Glimmer or Unleash the Wildwood, where you're like healing your whole floor, or the Awaken room, because then it makes more sense to just get these units out there early, because you can scale them a little easier with AoE. I mean, I will say, we have the option to take a pip upgrade, and then we fit the Moon Pixies on the floor with this Animus of Will. Could give Sentient some healing too. Right now he has 2 just from the Wind Spirit. The Wildwood Sap is better for scaling. I don't know. I don't even know if it's better. The Glimmer might just be better here. You know, it's a little redundant with the jack strips, but we're mainly just using it for scaling. And if we do end up with a deck where we want to, it's good in the Flesh Weaver for what that's worth, and it could be good into it could be good into Savagery. Yeah, we'll take Glimmer. I'm convinced. Okay, Gravity could allow us to get units onto the same floor, so I'm definitely taking that. That would be big. That now I don't have to take a pip upgrade. So I think we go left. I mean, the Pyre health is not so great. I could go right here. I mean, let's think about this. Get 290. That's a pretty good gold amount for the Merchant of Arms. I mean, most of the clanless equipment, I guess, isn't necessarily super amazing. I mean, Meat Shield's really good. That's a point of scaling every turn. Both these 3 blades not as good as you'd think. I mean, I get way more scaling out of just healing. And we're even giving up kills to the jack strips in a lot of cases. The Diadem could work. Glass Cannon sucks. Equalizing Rings could be okay, unlike the Sentient. Past that, I don't know. We don't really want Quick. Void Armament is like acceptable for sure. Stasis Crystal probably not. I guess I would put it on Sentient or something, just for a few turns. The rooms are what's probably better. Echo Vault's takeable, Fight Club's takeable. Inferno Room, sure. Boiler Room's fine. Zone of Silence is good. I mean, the Inferno Room would be a good answer to Savagery, and Spike's Kill is the reason I say that that's good. And then Luna has, I don't know, the Luna ones aren't necessarily that good for me. Even Planetarium, it's takeable, but it's not like as good as it normally might be. But their equipment sure is good, because of mainly the Moonlit Glaive. The other ones aren't that good. Then Awoken, this would be good. I think Old Growth is very nice. And especially if I could combo it with like an Equalizing Rings. But this room is also very good. I think there's a lot of good stuff there. If I go to the right, Awoken Banner I almost certainly don't take. But so that's a brick just as much as this is a brick. You know, it's 3 Pyre health versus 10 gold. It is what it is. It's just nothing pretty much. But at the Merchant of Steel, I got pretty good money too. I could search for a Titanite, which is less useful to me now, unfortunately, because I'm just not really going to use the Awoken Hollow. I still might use the Awoken Hollow and like toward the end of the game, so it's not completely wasted if I find that. But really, it's just a multi-strike, I think, at this point, or Smidge Stone I could take. Smidge Stone would be acceptable as well, especially factoring in future dupes of the Animus of Will. So that we'd be putting the Smidge Stone there. But yeah, Smidge Stone and multi-strike, I don't know, those might be better than everything I can get from arms, to be honest. I mean, what's the brick scenario at the Merchant of Steel? Quick, we wouldn't want quick. Large stone, we wouldn't want large stone. We got to come up with 4 choices that would suck. Endless, we wouldn't want endless. We got 3. And then, yeah, I guess dualism and titanite. Dualism would be good. I think multi-strike's the best thing I could find. Dualism or smidge stone's about equal. And then titanite is like takeable but not amazing at the moment with the Thorn Hollow. So there's certainly a scenario where I pretty much fully brick. The full brick would be that it's, I think, like titanite. And even if I take the smidge stone, it's not a huge upgrade right now. It's just like good for the future. Whereas the equipment and rooms that I listed off, they're good right now. So I think we go left. I think we go left. Take a look here. Okay, old growth. We'll probably definitely take that. That is, in a way, also an answer to savagery, to some degree. Let's take that, and then if it's graft event, we'll just graft it onto probably Animus of Will, I guess. Well, out of all of these, Tome of Horrors, I guess. The thing is, it will sometimes help me wave clear, and I don't know if we are going to hit this Merchant of Magic, which maybe we will. I don't know right now, but let's say a high roll, like a double stack and a consumer move. Just one of them I need, but if I could get both, but you know, say if I just get one or the other, then we just dupe it there, and like, it's useful. I got enough dupes on this map that I could just transition to a Tome of Horrors deck, but it'll still be useful anyway. I could put it on a collector or something, stuff like that. It'll just help me wave clear. Is Planetarium worth me buying here? Because I could re-roll and still afford stuff, but then I wouldn't be able to deploy if it's, you know, not that good. I could just say that we go Planetarium, and the Planetarium is okay. I think we'll take it, and then I'll deploy this. Probably should have made a removal there too, but I want some money going into the next rings, just to give myself the option to go to trinkets. I think we still do this setup. We'll do... I don't need to do this damage right now. I think we just go Glimmer and Restore, because I do want to get the regen applied. This here, and hopefully we can gravity it up. If not, that's fine. This is where we start to leak. We could do this. I don't know that it helps us that much. Alright, we have the Ascend here. That's good. Does mean this unit's going to steal Cultivates, though, well, not really. This unit always has more health than everything, so it's fine. It does mean this guy loses out on some, though. I think we want to do this, try to get some... Actually, we should do that. Yeah. That looks good to me. We'll just have to take a hit here, unfortunately. Like I said, this is when the... Usually I would have took some pyre hits by now, but we can expect to get some damage to some degree. So I still have some regen here. I think this is a good turn to get this out of here. This one will always die. Maybe we just put it in front then. Looking like we need an Ember upgrade just to play those key cards that we just saw that we couldn't play there. Yeah, we're fine here. Let's just do this. And again, I probably replenish my... I don't know. I'm leaning toward... I don't know which way to go here. Pyro Remains, I will say also on this map, you can kind of plan around Pyro Remains to some degree as well, because you need to replenish, but I could maybe get a Holy Stone at the Merchant of Magic just the same. There's at least a Pyro Remains with the Empyrean Well there, but I don't know. I'm just trying to think like if I can take this or not. I think I should. I think it's a big deal, but let's like every heal kind of counts in this challenge, or every bit of scaling counts, right? We do redraw here. Let's put this in the front. I don't know. I also don't want to overestimate my ability to kill this guy. I'm pretty sure fine though. I mean, I've got way more stats than he has. Could have got an old growth anyway. I mean, I could take another one. I just don't know what that's doing for me that much. But I could put on the Sentient in some cases. Might be worth taking. None of the others are really worth taking. I mean, maybe the Stardust Invocation in some cases is good. I mean, it could like pair with the Tome of Horrors if that's a route I need to go. Could give me an extra heal. It could make taking Ember Upgrade better. I don't know. Maybe Stardust Invocation is better. Could give me a double Glimmer. It's probably better. We'll take that. Alright, these were not taken. They're just not really happening. Take Ember. So if I go to the right, there is a lot of upgrades that are good for me. It's like Intrinsic on the Gravity could be alright. Even that's not necessarily that good though, because these are not priority draw units. Cost reduction on the Celestial Storm's good. Still don't really have a good... Oh yeah, we do have the... What am I saying? We have the Tome of Horrors, so... How much do I want to try and make Tome of Horrors work? Whereas I am in need of Pyre Health. And I'm probably going to lose more Pyre Health too. I don't know. I also don't have to hit this left side here, which is totally... If I go left here, I probably just don't want to. This is probably the better... I mean, this is absolutely the better magic to hit if I look vertically here, right? You know, Unstable Vortex and Army is way better than Money and Coven Banner. But that's not usually... It is a comparison to make if you're saying to yourself, like, you know, I need to hit a Merchant of Magic at some point. And I don't think I need to, but it would be beneficial. And it's certainly better than Merchant of Arms at this point, I think. It's like, I just don't have necessarily a good early dupe here. Going to the Merchant of Magic right now could set that up, but I don't even know. Like the Tome of Horrors, it's always weird to use from a Cavern event when you're not Lazarus. I've made it work before. It's much easier if you have like Life Mother's Pyre, and you know you can dupe it a bunch, but it's like I have to hit the nuts at the Merchant of Magic, and if I don't hit the nuts, then was this magic that useful? It might not be. Like, I'm just not that needing of upgrades on these spells, other than the Horrors has some high rolls. I think we go left. I need this Pyre health. We probably just won't. Okay, I got the Ember Staff. That's probably worth taking. The others aren't. Phase Nook could work. We have no Moon Cycle right now, but it's still going to be 5 attack and 1 extra conduit every turn on these Moon Pixies. So I can't afford both, unfortunately. 275 for all of it. There's no way to earn gold here. I will take this first anyway, though. Let's see. Interesting. Well, there's this spell that I haven't technically mastered yet. I can't remember if these dimensional challenges allow for mastering. I just don't really see how this is useful to me. It's very expensive. It's a very good card in a lot of fights, but I mean, it is okay in a savagery, but that's a long time from now, and it's not necessarily amazing to me outside of that fight. Whereas this, just make a card have a 50-50 extra. Could be good. I guess we would just put on a steward. It's not that useful though. Like, in the long term, this is better, and I think we should be thinking of a long term maybe. Certainly is useful into this fight. It's just not useful in the other fights. I think we take it though. I want to see if I can master it with a dimensional challenge anyway, just for science. I think the Nook's probably better than Ember Staff here, and we can get rid of one of these. Which one? The one that's less attack, I guess. Should save some money for this Merchant Magic though. Now we have another spell that definitely we could do things with. Could take Explosive Flex here, but I think we just go full Cultivate to get better self. I mean, at some point, the health will be high on Sentient, actually higher than what's his name. So the Cultivate will be good for the Animus of Will. Although I guess it's still going to the Fey unit in a lot of cases. We'll see. Alright, this is boss, but I think we're okay to go top. We're going to have so much health by the end of all this, and we shouldn't be that afraid of multi-strike. Go here. Descend, but I can phase. So we'll just, let's see, we got 1, 2, 3. So let's just phase Witch Weave. Yeah. I didn't factor in taking that card for the phase portion of it, but it actually benefited us there kind of nicely, so that's cool. Probably want this. And just do that. No, with the Tome of Horrors. I don't think I need to like save it for the boss or anything. Let's just do that so I don't have to redraw it. Where's this card? I'll say so far I'm thinking maybe a draw upgrade would have been better, just based on everything I'm seeing here. I think it's probably beneficial for us to play this. Pretty good heal. I don't want to take any chances with this guy. Because I do want to get my incants here. Yeah, I want every incant. Looks like we're good. Preserve Thorns is takeable. Restoring Retreat's okay. I mean, if I want to set up in the bottom floor, I think I rarely will want to be setting up bottom. Even with the Spikes boss, I think I set up top. I mean, I'm going to have so much health and Animus of Will, and I'm going to earn it back. And since, you know, we're not fighting Titans since it's Covenant 8, the Savagery fight I can just afford, if I have enough Pyre health at that point, just to set up top still. So it's, you know, I don't really know what Restoring Retreat does for me. So this is either skip or Preserve Thorns. Now, if we had gone with the Thorn Hollow route, we would definitely want the Bramble Ash, but I don't think we'll be doing that. I was trying to think if Preserve Thorns is positive. I still don't also know that what I'm doing at the next ring. I mean, I don't feel I have a good dupe. I could technically dupe the Moon Pixie, I guess. I could dupe the Animus Oval right now. I mean, it is a over 300 attack unit, and I can still overstack it with gravity. I got a lot of deployment Ember. It's just a bit premature of a dupe. Merchant Arms still could be good. You never know. It's hit or miss. I think we take this. It's like slightly positive. I'm going to see if I want to make use of Phase Nook a bunch, but I think the duality is better here. That's just going to give me another heal and just potentially a lot of damage. See, I'm not sure what I do here, left or right. Obviously, the Awaken Banner is useless. The Merchant Arms, I could argue the Armory is over half as good as the Arms. You get half the choices, but at no gold cost to you. But I suppose you can't add merges and stuff like that. But I don't think right now we would even care that much to do a merge or deployable. I mean, we would want a deployable, I guess, but I don't know, the Vortex is probably better than the Empyrean Wall right now. I probably would dupe the Moon Pixie, I don't know. Or the Animus, I don't know. But, I don't know, you know, Storm Horror is probably not going to work. Outside of just playing it vanilla. I think we go left here. The magic isn't that good for me, is the thing. Yeah, these These aren't really worth taking. Stasis Crystal almost is. I mean, I guess if the Stasis Circle works if I want to dupe the Animus right now. Then I just stick one of them down and stasis it. And then I can break it after like 2 turns. Put it mid-floor. Then it's a 40-40 to it. It's okay. Still not amazing, I feel. Those are skips, as expected. I don't know. In a normal run, that might be alright. With bulked up, I just don't know that it's that relevant. A 40-40 is actually not that relevant, especially from this point of the game out. I think we just roll this and we make removals if none of this is good. Alright, there's a thicket. That's probably better than Planetarium, at least in the fights, in most of the fights. Cycle Staff isn't going to do anything. Yeah, let's do that. I could also go with the Diadem and merge it into the other card, but it's still not enough to, like, if I don't find Smidgestone, you know, Large Stone dude's still not coming down on the floor, so I think for sure we're going to deploy this. Just get that easy scaling going. Moment of truth, though, is like, what do I dupe? I think I do dupe the Animus of Will. It's somewhat of a feels bad, but I think it's okay. And then let's get all of the stewards gone with the rest of this gold. Like, we definitely don't want them. Or I guess get as many gone as I can here. Yeah, that's good. Mark of Wind Invasion. I think we're not too afraid of this guy coming up top. We want extra scaling anyway. If only I had a Bloodthirsty Blade, that might be good. So we'll try to keep consistent with one of these Animus of Wills just being better than the other one. Do it like this. The other one's just there to, you know, do some work. Oops. I fucked that up. Alright, well, we'll just have to wait one turn to do Wind Spirit, I think. I meant to heal this guy, but yeah, it's a bit of a waste to do it now. Yeah, let's just get this scaling continuing here. I think I could find a better turn to get that thing out of here. See, this type of floor, it's good that we duped the Animus of Will right now, because most likely, if we're not going to get the gravity to play nice with this Moon Pixie, we might leak if we don't dupe this, right? I think we definitely want to get that. No. What the hell? 6. Fuck. And that doesn't help, unfortunately. Well, I guess that makes my turn clear. Yeah, like I said, gravity doesn't seem to play nice here. I don't think we need to planetarium here, though. Might be able to redraw next turn. We should play this. Let's go here. Do this to help with the redraw. I'm not going to put it mid because it would hurt with the gravity. Just do this. Alright, you're going to go down there. And I think here. Okay, that kills that. Save 6 health. I'm probably going left here. So I think we can actually just let this hit us. Oh, and Jack Strips kills it anyway, right? Alright, this is a perfect turn for this. I actually don't waste anything here. So give you some of that. Never could get the Moon Pixie up. It's pretty fucking bad luck. Oh well. I think we're fine here. Alright. Getting a lot of regen procs. And Graft is always worth taking on this challenge for sure, and definitely better than anything there. Okay, Moonlit Glaive would be good, but honestly the Hexalation is worth considering too. You know, right now we already saw that there can be some issues getting the guy out of the floor, but you know, this is Sumo World where I eventually replace Awakening Thicket with Planetarium. And if I only have 2, I mean, I could have used Gravity. I still could have used Gravity in that last fight. It was past the point that I cared, but you know, let's say I get, let's just say I have 3 units on the floor. With Planetarium, it's 15. Because Hexalation isn't useful to me beyond getting the units onto the floor, but yeah, just take the Glaive. So we can go either route here. We're already hitting it would hit that steel for sure. So I don't think that'll be my turn to search for, like, you know, dualism and Smidgestone ideally, but multi-strike's acceptable too. Go left and get rid of that other steward and maybe a steel enhancer or something. I don't know what else I would get rid of. I don't know, maybe the Vortex is not actually that useful to me here. I could see going to the right, actually. Just Alcove could be really good. I think the right is better. Getting some upgrades, I think, would go a long way. Smidgestone would actually be the best I can find, but Some more health too. Yeah, I think we are the right. Alright, we got Smidge Stone. We'll definitely just put that on the one with more attack. And just a little bit of extra health here. I don't know though. If I get dualism, do I even want dualism on these things? It might just make gravity kill them in some cases, but I also may not need gravity to some degree. We want full health. I'll tell you what, let's go like this. If I get dualism, I can put it on the other one, and then 25 health anyway. Alright, there is dualism. Actually, we can do this. So we'll go dualism on this one. And the large stone. Now I got enough health to survive a dualism there. So that's absolutely fine. And then health, we're going to another steel anyway. I don't want to slot that Animus of Will if I can get it with something else. Okay. Well, we're just going to put that here then, I think. That's the easiest, because if I dupe this Animus of Will, which I will, I'm going to dupe with the final two dupes this Animus of Will. That just goes in the deployment phase to my floor. And then whenever I find Pixie, I can just immediately fly it to my floor. So it's just really good. And I don't necessarily need more of them. That's not a unit I would dupe. I'm duping the Animus of Will, if anything. So, yeah. I should be good here, though. And I do think we can go top. Put you there. Get that going. Still protect, or I guess, you know, all of this still makes sense. I guess we go like that. Hadn't really thought of the implications here. We have a merchant arms we're hitting though, right? Yeah, the final arms, we can merge these together. Probably makes sense. For now, I'm not even going to play it actually, because I might as well just get my extra heal here. The name of the game is greed, after all. Alright. Look who's coming in. I mean, I don't even need to put it there necessarily. I can... Yeah, let's go... like this. Oh, I forgot to do this. There we go. I don't want that guy to scourge us again, but this is just too much to give up. Put this here, maybe. Could get this onto the... oh no, it's descend. Never mind. As I say, I could get onto the floor. Wouldn't be too bad. Go there. Look, gravity still found use. What a versatile card. I don't think we need the planetarium here. We've got plenty of conduit. say the boss getting a bunch of spikes is a little bit scary, but I think we've got so much health on this thing that we're fine. I don't know, he's got a lot of health. I hope I'm not overestimating my hand here. Could do some damage here. $500. It's not even attuned this turn. I think that actually should seal the deal for us, right? Just putting this here. I think that's fine. So you'll have a lot of spikes. But what are you gonna do? Could have flew, I guess, our guy down that turn, but it's fine. Yeah, they're dead. Still give us some more of this. Look, you see the damage done, though. We take a lot of damage from this. Should be pretty smooth sailing from here on out, I think. Spreading Spores, it's a better card now than it used to be, but I think without hitting a magic, I still don't want it, and we're not going to hit a magic. Tidal Turning's fine. It's another Calcified Ember, though, which I don't love. But I think it's probably positive. You can never be too sure. Do I want a draw upgrade? I feel like Ember is still maybe better because there's a lot of high cost stuff in this deck. At the same time, I don't know. I've got 6 Ember right now. It's like 2 goes there. I think it actually is Ember. Because at a certain point I just needed to play everything out, and if I'm going to that arms, we may end up with a lot of armor. Or with a lot of Ember needed. Okay, so we got options here. I can do this. I can also just give it another strike. But if I do this, I think that's good. It's probably okay to do that. This is a pretty expensive purge. I think we don't need to do that at the moment. Go full on there. So let's get this guy duped at the moment. We'll still probably dupe him again, but just having this on the floor is fine. Yeah, dupe that. Mark of Invasion is no problem at all. Now it is Rax who's going to be ridiculous, but I think we're going to be so ridiculous. We ourselves are pretty ridiculous too, so I think we're going to be absolutely fine there. We still want to focus all our heals on one of them. We'll put the weakest one in front here, and this one in the back will have all the heals. So we'll put that there, and put this here, I guess. Alright, we'll just fly you up. I think I'll fly you to the very back. I can fly it forward at a later time. Oh, I should have hit this first, though. Oops. Oh, well, I'm still just going to hit it now. Give you that, you that, you that. I put the damage there. Hopefully I can kill it before it gets to me, because it will silence. I think it does silence the mutator effect. I don't know that for certain, but I guess it's just going to die anyway, though, now that we did that damage because of jack strips. Yeah, jack strips certainly has not been useless. It's definitely done some good. I'm going to give this guy these stats. Still put that there. I messed that up. Well, we can just wait for it later. Maybe we can just get a better card out of it. I should have just used it on the Witch Weave there, though. Alright, there's probably no world I can kill this. I could daze it. Try to draw into duality, which would kill it. And I can play this to draw a lot of cards. I think it's worth trying. I don't care about that guy. Although I guess there's no harm in killing it either. Do I play these or heal? Probably just heal. I guess this guy can kill it too. That's nice. So this guy just kills it. Perfect. I don't think we care about gravity. Two, three. This, we can go here. You can see why I took the Ember upgrade. It's like I literally cannot play my hands out. Get the double tank here, and like I said, you'd think these would be the hardest parts of the run because you got like 1,000 health tanks. But as you can see, if you've done things correctly and greeted enough, you're going to have some heavy hitting stuff. Now granted, it's not always going to be an Animus of Will. It could have been a Sweeper. Those are going to be what you're looking for, is Animus of Will or Sweeper. And you know, you could take a Luna Sweeper as well. It's just probably in this challenge not as good as the other ones. It's probably worth just doing this to... Here, let's do it like that. Perfect. Look, even the tome has been useful. I think, yeah, we'll just throw one there. That way we don't take too much damage here. Keep healing that guy, I guess. We do redraw here. I don't think I gained much from playing this, so let's just get this out of here. Do that. Let's descend. I guess I'll just do that. Pretty sure we're gonna wreck this guy. Yeah, we lose that guy, but that's not that big of a deal. Let's get this gone now. We're kind of past the point where we need to be that greedy with the stuff. I will take the 1 damage here though to help out. We had the option to move the Pixie forward if we needed to. Don't need any of this. I mean, the invigorating solution maybe, but probably not. Edge Prior. Honestly, Edge Prior could work for this challenge, but I don't know how to get him on the floor without hitting a Merchant of Steel, so probably not. really need these. If I had gone harder with a Fey thing, Lunacy probably makes sense, but not here. Spikes, Ember. I don't think I need this, but we'll see. First time. Conduit's probably fine. Meat shield. It's a little late for this, but I think it's still good on like my frontliner. So we'll take that. We also could just deploy this weapons cache, which is probably pretty good. And we'll just replace it with either the thicket or the planetarium. Yeah, I think we'll just do this. Deployment. We will take that. Equalizing rings I could take as well. Might as well. That could be a decent merge. Void armament is acceptable. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I don't know the exact calculations, but I'm just gonna take this. And Stardust Treat I could take as well. Is this really all that necessary though? I don't know that it is. Yeah, it's not really all that necessary. Whetstone. I don't know. Whetstone. Maybe. I don't have much to spend my money on at this point. Well, let's put the Moonlit Glaive. I could mash it into the Void Armament. And worst comes to worse, I at least get it costed down 1 out of 3 times. I could also remove the other cards, but I think I just roll the dice here. So we can take this. Yeah, that's fine. I guess I can't remove cards, but yeah, we'll just roll the dice. If we high roll this at a 0, that's great. If not, then at least it comes down to a 3 cost because of our other room card. So I think we're fine. And then we'll just dupe the Animus that has the most attack. And we should be good to go here. I probably am okay to set up mid, even if I want to mitigate a little bit of this damage. I'm trying to think if that makes any sense. Because my dudes will have enough health to survive pretty much anything here. Look at that, we high rolled it anyway. Perfect. Just make sure we get all the strongest ones onto the floor here. Okay, so equalizing rings goes here. I actually should have merged equalizing with, well, no, this is the better merge. And we'll put this back there. This one doesn't matter as much anymore, but we'll do this in case things happen. Put this here, put this here, and I can gravity this guy down in some cases, but I do want the Seraph just to start top, so. Okay, our heals can go a little more flexible at this point. Like, it might make more sense actually just to give the heals here for now. I should have actually put the frickin' old growth down here in hindsight, if I was thinking a little more, because that would have made a lot more sense, because then I can just take care of all the sweepers that way. I think our Thorn Hollow actually should get, he should have got one of these. If I could do it all over again, I would. I mean, I could do it all over again, but it's just not worth it to me at this point. I don't know how much I need to focus on this floor, to be honest. I think I actually do just put these here. Let's put these into the boss. There's a lot of damage we gotta get through on this boss. Alright, That is quite a hand. Obviously we want this. Beyond that, I guess we still don't deal with the Chosen, because on a Covenant 8 they're still not there. That makes Savagery fight it so much easier. We can pretty much lock this fight in though, if we do this, so I think we might as well. That's like so much. And then probably still put this here. But we'll do that. It's Ascend, we don't really want that. I'll put this in front here. I'll actually just... I want to see how much this Thorn Hollow can do, having not really invested in it. Just to show off the power of this unit. We might as well... I could move this up and save a lot of health here. Might as well, and we'll get extra damage on Seraph. Yeah, gravity just is... It's useful in ways you never really fully grasp. I think we want this down here, even though he will die in a lot of cases, but I think that's okay. Put this here as well. Keep him alive for the most part. Stratification probably doesn't make too much sense to play. Could do this. I mean, this is a pretty annoying floor. Could also do this to get pretty good damage. Is that even that needed, though? Probably not. I think we actually just give this guy a bunch of heals. I could eventually gravity this guy up if the opportunity presents itself. Alright, this floor, we're not even worried about it. Let's get 2 of these. I suppose I could throw heal that. Let's do that. That guy's surviving at the moment. Do 115 damage to it. Could also just ascend it up. That's a lot of tanks. Let's see if we can handle it actually, though. Yeah, looks like we handle it no problem. Perfect. Let's see how far we can take this here. I don't think we can kill this guy down here, unfortunately. So, but either way, we'll just throw these in here. So yeah, that's this challenge more or less. I mean, like I said, you're going to have to adapt to what the run gives you, but the idea is to greed the stats up, permanent stats on your units, and then dupe them later. And then that should be good enough. And ideally, we didn't really need big conduit stuff, but on the other run I did. Wow, that made a lot of English sense, but yeah, on the other run that I did need more conduit than I needed on this run, which can help you with spell damage if it's needed, but also if Mage Blade is needed, it can help you. So don't rely 100% on the scaling of your heals necessarily. You know, you need every damage you can get in a lot of cases. But yeah, I think Animus of Will is the primary unit that you want. It just happens to cover all the bases for getting the permanent scaling. I did not see, did it actually, I don't think it mastered our card, did it? Let's see. How do I see? It is pretty sure it's still unmastered. Kind of lame that the dimensional challenges don't allow you to master the cards, and to be honest, like I feel like they should. They did in the first game. It is... Yep, still unmastered. Well, that's too bad. Because it's like, I just don't see that event ever. But anyway, as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.